Not only do I see a lot of posts here on this topic, but it is also one of the main statements my friends give me when asking for tips to get into shape. My immediate response to them has now become what I put in the title of this post. I go to a gym with about 3,000 members, probably the biggest one in my city. This particular gym has this stigma for being roid central, as it houses quite a few pro bodybuilders and high-end Instagram models, mixed with power lifters who've been pumping iron since they could walk. Stepping foot inside the building can be a very daunting thing for newcomers, as they feel they're immediately placed at the bottom of the ladder. Here's the thing though, something that is one of my favorite aspects of joining a gym. Despite what is taught outside the gym walls, once you walk inside, 99.9% of the time no one could care less about your size, muscle build, appearance, or the level of progress you are at. The only people that will give a shit about you are personal trainers, and that's only because they're paid to. In fact, the only point where most regulars would acknowledge your existence would be their first glance at you, and most of the time this will consist of them thinking good for them, good to see people trying to improve themselves, before they get back to whatever they were training. Remember, everyone in a gym shares a common goal: to improve their fitness. Most are too focused on this goal to even consider for 2 seconds if you are sharing that goal with them. Yeah, the 5 top comment now. Number 1. To be honest, yes, one day you might run into the kind of assholes that you've been dreading. They'll mock your warm-ups and stretches. They'll giggle as you do your prehab exercises. They'll point and snicker you as you lift what they consider beginner-level weight with excellent form. They'll make lewd remarks while you do your weighted bridges. This leads to a type of training even more important than weight training. This will train you to ignore the opinions of assholes. No, 2. I think is what Top is getting at. Most of the people you see giggling and laughing at you were probably not actually paying attention to you. I have social anxiety like many do, and it took me some time to realize people are just there to enjoy themselves. Someone laughing and looking in your direction is probably just conversing with friends, and your anxiety is telling you you're laughing at them. I have indeed seen some shit talkers at the gym, and they all had the same shit in common. They're usually males under 20 that are total fucking noobs who talk shit as a defense mechanism, because in their heads everyone is judging them too. Usually it's directed at other young males because of the perceived competition. I remember going to a gym with a friend who wasn't in great shape at all and didn't know what he was doing, and for some reason he insisted on talking shit about all the big dudes who look at themselves in the mirror. It was really embarrassing, but also interesting to see because he was totally doing it because he was nervous and uncomfortable. Number 3. I've gotta say, anyone who would seriously do this would have to be giga insecure. When you treat someone like that you don't even know anything about, in the gym or anywhere in life, it says a lot more about the relationship you have with yourself than the person you're belittling. Do you think Arnold spent his rest times looking at the person using less weight than him? Or do you think he was focusing on his breathing and psyching himself up for the next set? Ziz was a good example of someone who had a truly positive mindset towards this, and he said, "At the end of the day, I have respect for anyone who wants to make a change for themselves and start training and improving their body and health." In my opinion, the gym/training/dieting lifestyle is by far the most fun and rewarding way to live your life. The people that laugh at the overweight/obese people in the gym are a disgrace. I applaud them for having the courage and determination to train and want to make a change for themselves despite the obvious hardships they would face. At the end of the day, it's all up to how much you want it yourself. Some people don't care that much and are happy with their bodies and it's not a big issue for them, good for them, but for anyone to take the piss out of and ridicule anyone trying their best to lose weight/gain muscle and make a change for themselves, especially if they are finding it hard due to their genetics, make me sick. If you want it, you will get it, and will eventually prove the haters wrong. And that is one of the best feelings a human being can experience. Number 4. I've literally never been laughed at in the gym. In fact, I often find myself wonder where I can meet these assholes. The only gyms I've ever been to are filled with people my age, young 20s, or old people. Where the fuck are all these great strength gyms I see on Instagram, lol? Number 5. Be careful though and remember that if you into one asshole, you ran into an asshole. Run into them all day and you might be the asshole. I say this after a realization of why fatties cry about people making fun of them. There are two types of people who get noticed in the gym: extremely beautiful/swole people and inconsiderate asshats. Fatties tend to be the latter because the same failings that make them fat also make them annoying and constantly in the way at the gym. Thus, when they spend 20 minutes browsing Facebook while in the squat rack, as fatties are wont to do, they get dirty looks and blame fat shaming.